Have you ever noticed that no matter what happens in the economy, the rich seem to get richer? Recessions happen, jobs disappear, inflation rises, entire industries collapse. Yet somehow a small group of people continues building massive wealth, while millions of hardworking Americans struggle just to keep up. Why? Is it because they're smarter? Do they work harder than everyone else? Were they simply born lucky? Not even close. The truth is far more shocking. The 99% and the 1% are playing entirely different games. Most people are taught to work for money. The wealthy learn how to make money work for them. Most people spend their lives chasing paychecks. The wealthy spend their lives acquiring assets, and that single difference changes everything. In today's video, you'll discover the hidden rules, powerful habits, and wealth-building strategies that separate the financially free from the financially trapped. Stay until the end, because the final lesson could completely transform the way you think about money, success, and your future. Let's dive in. Since childhood, most of us have been taught the same success formula. Study hard, get good grades, land a secure job, work for decades, retire someday. For generations, that advice made sense. But here's the problem. The world has changed, and the rules had changed with it. Years ago, a single paycheck could support an entire family. Homes were affordable. College didn't leave people drowning in debt. Competition wasn't global. Today, millions are working harder than ever, yet falling further behind. And that's because effort alone doesn't create wealth. Think about it. Teachers work hard. Nurses work hard. Construction workers work hard. Yet many still struggle financially. Meanwhile, some entrepreneurs, investors, and business owners earn money while they sleep. Why? Because the wealthy understand a principle most people never learn. Leverage. Leverage allows your money, skills, systems, and investments to work for you, even when you're not working. The average person trades hours for dollars. The wealthy build assets that generate income around the clock. And once you understand the power of leverage, you'll realize why the 1% aren't just working harder. They're playing an entirely different game. One of the biggest differences between the 99% and the 1% comes down to a single question. Are you working for money, or is money working for you? Most people spend their lives trading time for income. They clock in, work hard, and get paid. But the moment they stop working, the paycheck stops too. Their income is tied directly to their hours. The wealthy see the world differently. Instead of asking, "How can I make more money?" they ask, "How can I build something that makes money without me?" That's why they create businesses, invest in real estate, own stocks, and build systems that generate income around the clock. Think about it. One person earns $100 an hour. Another owns assets that produce thousands of dollars every day. Who has more freedom? Who controls their time? The answer is obvious. The rich don't focus on earning more hours. They focus on owning assets that work 24/7. Because true wealth isn't measured by how much money you make. It's measured by how little your income depends on your time. Another powerful difference between the 99% and the 1% is how they view ownership. Most people are trained to be consumers. The wealthy are trained to be owners. Think about the choices people make every day. The average person spends money buying products. The wealthy spend money acquiring assets. Most people buy the latest smartphone. The wealthy buy stock in the company that sells it. Most people spend hours scrolling through social media. The wealthy invest in businesses that profit from that attention. Most people pay for entertainment. The wealthy own the platforms, brands, and companies providing it. Do you see the pattern? The rich don't just participate in the economy. They own pieces of it. They're not only customers, they're shareholders, investors, business owners. That's why money keeps flowing toward them. Every dollar you spend is doing one of two things: building someone else's wealth or helping build your own. The wealthy understand that ownership is the foundation of long-term financial freedom. This doesn't mean you should never enjoy life or buy things you love. It means learning the difference between an expense that disappears and an asset that grows. And that simple distinction can change your financial future forever. One of the biggest reasons most people never build wealth isn't a lack of income. It's a cycle of habits that keeps them stuck. Think about what happens when someone gets a raise. Do they invest more? Usually not. Instead, they upgrade their lifestyle. A nicer car, a bigger house, more subscriptions, more monthly payments, and before long they're earning more money but feeling just as broke as before. This is called lifestyle inflation, and it's one of the greatest wealth killers in America. The wealthy play a different game. When their income grows, their investments grow first. They understand that every dollar can either buy temporary pleasure or future freedom. And that's not easy. Human nature craves instant gratification. We want results today. We want comfort today. We want success today. But wealth doesn't reward impatience. It rewards consistency. The stock market rewards consistency. Businesses reward consistency. Real estate rewards consistency. The richest people understand that small, smart decisions repeated year after year create massive results. While most people focus on what they can spend today, the wealthy focus on what they can build tomorrow. Because true wealth isn't created in a moment. It's created through patience, discipline, and the incredible power of compounding over time. One of the biggest advantages the wealthy have isn't money, it's financial education. Think about it. Most schools teach us how to pass tests, follow instructions, and prepare for a career. We learn math, history, science, and literature. But how many classes teach us how to invest, how taxes work, how businesses create wealth, how money actually grows? Very few. That's why so many people spend years working hard without ever learning the rules of the financial game. The wealthy understand that knowledge is one of the highest return investments a person can make. They study cash flow, investing, business ownership, negotiation, sales, leadership, and most importantly, they never stop learning. While many people spend hours consuming entertainment, the wealthy spend time acquiring valuable skills. Because every new skill increases your value, every new skill creates opportunities, and every opportunity has the potential to create income. The rich know something most people overlook. School may end, but education never should. The moment you stop learning is the moment you stop growing. And in today's economy, the people who learn the fastest often earn the most. Now let's talk about the invisible force that keeps millions of people stuck for years. Fear. Not a lack of talent, not a lack of intelligence. Fear. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of criticism, fear of losing money, fear of looking foolish. For most people, fear becomes a prison. It convinces them to stay where it's safe, even when they're unhappy. The wealthy experience fear too, but they refuse to let it make their decisions. They understand a truth that most people never fully accept. Every successful entrepreneur has failed. Every investor has made costly mistakes. Every millionaire has faced setbacks, disappointments, and moments of doubt. Failure is not proof that you're losing. Failure is proof that you're trying. The difference is that successful people treat failures as lessons, not life sentences. Instead of asking, "What if this doesn't work?" they ask, "What can this teach me?" That mindset changes everything, because growth lives on the other side of uncertainty. New opportunities live on the other side of risk. And wealth is often built by those willing to move forward, even when they don't have all the answers. The people who change their lives aren't fearless. They're simply brave enough to act despite their fear. So why do 99% of people struggle financially while the 1% continue building wealth? Because they're following different rules. Most people spend their lives chasing income. The wealthy spend their lives building ownership. Most people trade time for money. The wealthy create systems, assets, and investments that generate income long after the work is done. Most people consume. The wealthy accumulate. Most people seek comfort. The wealthy pursue growth. But here's the most important thing to understand. You do not need to be born into wealth. You do not need powerful connections. You do not need extraordinary luck. What you need is a willingness to think differently and take action consistently. Wealth isn't built in a single day. It's built through small decisions made over and over again. One skill learned, one book read, one investment made, one smart choice repeated consistently, year after year. That's how financial freedom is created. And the best part, you don't have to wait for the perfect moment. You don't have to wait until you're older. You don't have to wait until you have more money. You can start today, right now. Because the future you're dreaming about is built by the choices you make after this video ends. So ask yourself, will you continue playing the same game as everyone else? Or will you start learning the game that creates freedom, opportunity, and lasting wealth? The decision is yours. If you found value in this video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our future videos on success, wealth, psychology, and self-improvement. And remember, your future is not determined by where you are today. It's determined by what you choose to learn, build, and become starting now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.